All right, thank you so much. We're gonna get started. Okay, so this is from my Divine Disorder deck. We get right into this. Okay, that wasn't supposed to be in there. Okay. Split the deck. Shocked by how smart you are. So, your intellect might have confused some people that might have underestimated your abilities. Your pure intentions are transforming the world into a better place. So you're planting seeds of faith and hope with the love and kindness that you are giving out to others, right? And so as a result, you are being seen in this light. And it is, even if it's just kind words, it's a loving energy that is fostering, like people, they really deeply appreciate the love that you send their way, right? Okay, let's split the deck. All you have is this moment. Okay, so you might be being called to relax and to slow down a little bit, because some things can feel rushed and like high energy, right? It doesn't necessarily mean any of that is a bad thing. Just that, if you need a moment to process some things, this might be the time. And I'm always going to say journal, so make sure you're journaling as well. Health is wealth. Okay, so if there's anything like that we might be eating or drinking or watching or listening to, or people that we're around, right? Because a lot of people think that consumption or that our health is solely contingent upon like food or water or things like that. It's more than that, right? There's a lot of variables to this. Like the saying, you can't expect a daisy to grow in concrete. So if you feel like perhaps the environment you're in, not to say that this is the case, but if the environment you are in might feel restricting, and you're meant for something further than what you're doing currently, this might be something to think about, because it could be affecting your health. All right, the next one, this one's interesting. So I don't know what this might mean for you, but I don't know if you know anyone that practices witchcraft, but something's not going to be going in whoever this person's favor. So if there's any practitioners that you're aware of that it's trying to create some kind of like air of deception, I don't know why I'm hearing false flag event. This may or may not be the case, or you might discover that something is happening here. But either way, keep in mind, some negative energy is not going to be making it. Blank card, make a wish. Chatty Cathy. So this happened earlier. Okay, so if you are privy to like the targeted thing, and you know some of the signs to what this looks like, you might have people show up out of nowhere, out of thin air, literally like this happened today. Someone showed up, pulled up to the bus, gets out, starts talking to me, and I had the bus started. We were getting ready to head into town. This happens a lot. So pay attention if someone just shows up and you're like, I feel like my energy is being siphoned on purpose. With the targeted thing, what these energies and entities will do, these groups, they will communicate with one another. So they'll send out a mass text or a call or whatever, and they'll say, hey, stall them. We're going to get the stage set. Right? So if you were saying, hey, you're going to go run errands to such and such place, and your phone is hacked and they know what the fuck you're talking about and where you're intending to go, they're going to do what they can to set certain people in place at certain locations to intercept either you or your information, what you're doing, what you purchase, so on and so forth. If it hasn't gone that far for you ever before, you're very lucky. If it is happening, then this is something to look for, right? Because when we got to the store, when Ashley and I got to the store, there were a few other people who we haven't seen for a year. And it's just intriguing how you will see people you never met before, that you feel in your spirit they are there for a reason that they are not telling you. And then they show up out of thin air, you know, and you know what it is. Your discernment's on point. Blank card, make a wish. Walk the walk to talk the talk. Okay, so we want to make sure that as we're speaking about things, we're practicing that. So that the things that we're saying are coming from experience and wisdom. You might feel like people are sending you cryptic messages. You know, just as an example, this happens a lot in the workplace where people will side-eye you and they'll talk to you a certain way and they'll go, oh, oh, that was just a joke. Just be mindful that there is truth to people's what they call jokes. Sometimes it's just passive-aggressive behavior. You're going to know who and what I'm talking about when you hear this. Orion's belt and star seeds. You might be a star seed. This likely hasn't been your first incarnation on Earth. A lot of us come from a place not of this world, not of this galaxy, not anything like this. And for one reason or another, selected to come here at this particular time. Ice bath needed 5 minutes per week. So either this or cold showers. This is going to help you. You might want to look into the benefits of this if you haven't already, but it's phenomenal. Oh, let's see what we got here. You're exactly who you say you are, and that's what scares the liars. So are you noticing like people get shifty around you? Or your authenticity gets people freaked out a little bit because they might not be. They might not be as authentic. Let's see, life insurance policy caught the dumb fucks. Now, if it's not a life insurance policy of some sort, because this is a very specific deck, just being mindful of signing the dotted line on anything. Be mindful of contractual obligations, of agreeing to certain things, because you're going to want to make sure you have all of your, all the details, right? That's not supposed to be in there. Okay. What is this? Someone that is easily swayed by fear will betray you. If you have told people things, and it's okay to be afraid. This came out earlier this morning. It's okay to be afraid. Okay, fear is a normal, natural human response. It's what you do in spite of it that becomes courage. If you see that people are afraid of their own shadow, and you can just tell, you know when someone has the energy of like, I feel like that's going to be a person that's likely going to pull the rug out from under me. Be mindful and sever whatever ties or connections to that kind of energy that you might have. Let it go. Off with their heads. So cutting things off. That's interesting. Everyone jumps to support you now. So as you support others, you're going to recognize that there's a very healthy karma coming in for you as well. Stand up for your amazing ass self. If someone's berating you, fire back. They may never try that bullshit again with you. Yep, they're a crybaby. Oh, that's funny. And last but not least, they are haunted by their actions.